Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here, and I'm back again. I want to talk a little bit about satisfaction. I want to talk about Jesus, if you permit me, the current message to humanity. You know, loving the Creator. We talk about love quite frequent, especially in the Christian community. They do some strange things in the name of love. But you show your love for the Creator through loving others. The Creator is invisible. The Creator made you. You are directly connected to the Creator. You know, when you got in the natural, in our world, human world, you got you and you got your siblings, maybe. And your siblings, you guys got a lot of control over one another, depending upon certain, especially legal situations. And in that same situations, let's say that each of you have children. Now, again, when it comes down to siblings, you got certain power and rights. But when it comes down to those children in the situation with these individual siblings, the siblings do not have power over the children. So what I'm saying is that God made you. You are directly a child of God. And you know what that means. You really act like you don't. But that is something else. Something else. But now all people got to know that you are a son of God. You can't do like some of these leaders in countries, got high titles, and then they go visit other countries. And you see them hanging around some of the slut pits that people around that same country would talk and put down. You see, you got a character that follows you everywhere you go. And people know you by that character. No, he's not doing it. Oh, yes, he's off. You know how that thing goes. Chill, my baby. But since you see these people, just like you, your situation of relationship with God is reflected through that for one another. Now, we got a thing about going to church, call ourselves praising and honoring God and kneeling, and this glorifies God, and God gets off on this. We want to tell ourselves. But praising God, as far as I can see, and as far as it reflects to me, is in service to God. In other words, being a child of God, spreading God, taking God, letting people see God. That's praising God. On your knees. I don't know. It's just every time I see that, all I see is slavery. All of I see is bondage. And I don't want anybody to think that you're under God, you're a slave, that you're in bondage. Somebody's, well, I got to, no, I don't know. No, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure serving God. It's wonderful being able to say, all right, God, because that's the way you feel with God. No shame in the game. So praising God is about doing something. It's about exercising your faith. It's about saying that if you don't act on your faith doesn't mean anything. There's no difference in dead faith and no faith. They're the same. Now, when it comes down to the Creator loving humans, when it comes down to that Creator responding to the children, loving them through the joy of life. God loves us through the joy of life. The things that He set up for us. You know, you get your kids, they come into your world, you start thinking, well, I want this one. They try to, I hope this would be like this. I hope this would be like this because I do this. And they act like they like it. I do this. And so you got your kids, all right? All right. Now you got God bringing humanity on the earth, knowing what they require. He set it up. Then, excuse me for saying he. I don't know nothing about God being a he or a she. I just know God is power. So, each person that comes into this earth, just like all the other systems that he got, the breathing system, there's something innately inward that says you have to do this. You craving to do this. This is what you want to do. This is what your life is about. Blah, 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 blah. And you know what it is. And knowing it, you have already recognized that it would bring you the kind of joy. That's why you chose it. Because it would give you the kind of joy of making life worthwhile. And everybody got that. We have come into a world that does not promote the recognition of these talents when you come into the earth. Nah, they got other stuff going on. Then trying to set you up to guide you. Not to help you discover, but to take advantage of you. Well, let's see how we want to use this one. And so what God has done is made it possible that when you come onto this earth and you get a chance to recognize those joys, maybe use them as a career. And here we got your family, your siblings and their families, and so on and so forth. Till you got billions of people on this earth led by that same loving human spirit joy of life to engage in the process. And when you engage in the process all over this earth, India, Africa, Europe, wherever you are on this earth, when you engage in this process of exercising your gifts that you have recognized that will give you your greatest joy and gives you your greatest joy in exercising it in a career that while you are living daily, nightly, joyously, that same parent, mother, father, children of God are interconnected. And what they are doing, they are producing. You are producing all over the earth. You are producing what you have determined are absolutely essential for your survival and your happiness as human beings. You are doing it. You're creating that no one will live without food, clothing, and shelter, and education, and healthcare, and transportation. All of these things and infrastructure, you are making sure that no one would have to suffer like thereof, because in every area there are millions of you who have a love and a desire to engage yourself in just that, to assure and to guarantee that it is smooth sailing. That's the benefit of what God has designed us to be for one another. To make sure that that reservoir of goods and services is never depleted and it never runs out. I mean, never. And no one who lacks any is denied their needs, their wants, and their desires met, so that they might live in peace and be prosperous and free, joyous and happy, and live their dream. This is what that God that I tell you about wants for you in the beginning and wants for you to now. And any concentration that you got on that book is to bring you to right here. I mean, what good is knowing about God and all his births and all the people back there in those days and spending those, what is that to do with you today? If it doesn't show you how they liberated the people there and allows you to liberate yourself here. So what? You're special. The world is special. The world is special. That's why you, on the one hand, you got everything that makes it special. And on the other hand, you got all of that which is designed to make sure that you don't stay special. But it can only live by your choice. Your choice. It's like the gas. You look at your tank, you're empty almost. You go shoot it back up. Fill it back up with your choice of righteousness or anti. Well, we must understand, ladies and gentlemen, every need, according to God's plan, is to be met when we start talking about humanity and how humanity treats one another. It deals with one another. Needs, wants, and desires must be met. That's God's way. That's God's way. You know, I think about what Donald Trump, who represents everything that God is against according to the message that I just shared with you, and how the people chose that over the message of God that I just shared with you. And I recognize what Donald Trump and his evilness, the reason why God is not a part of his life and his actions. He's planning on hurting people. And I say to this, ladies and gentlemen, if Donald Trump, talking about I'm your retribution and I'm so bad, I'm so powerful, I'm going to show you just how powerful I am because I'm going to mess over America. At his first sign, don't give him a few chances, ladies and gentlemen. Don't give him a few chances. At his first display of that ignorant stuff on the human race, on American society, I don't care who it is, at his first display of it, you make sure that you do the same thing to him as the Syrian people did to their president. Make sure that they get his tail out of this country. Because we ain't having that crap. We ain't having it. Coming here messing over these people. People got enough problems. And we just not going to take it. What you going to do? You're going to laugh in your face. You see, the message about God and Jesus is not just about yesterday. It is a message of God and Jesus today. You know, what does this great yesterday mean? What does it translate for today? It means that there is a power superior to all that we have the ability to deal with our senses. All that other stuff that exists, and we got no mechanisms whatsoever to identify with any part of it. That's invisible, spiritual, God. And out of that are we, and this. It exists, meaning for purpose. And the ability to identify through a mechanism that's built in. It's nothing no great about us. It's mechanisms that's built in for us to identify the movement, the spiritual advancement to go forward. Man, I'm talking a long time. Well, I'm going to put that on hold for another time. I really want to tell you about how you can advance in society, how it is supposed to advance, but I'll do that at another time. I want to thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a pleasure. Till next time, Eddie Marcus saying goodbye for now.